Hey guys, I'm back with another story time. So, today's story time is about the time that a guy told me that I'm asking for too much and I need to settle. Okay, so me and this guy, we were talking for a few weeks, getting to know each other. We were falling asleep on the phone. Everything was going well, and I really liked his personality. So, we both decide that it's time to meet up with each other. And we finally meet up with each other in person, and everything was great. The conversation was great. He was very interesting. And I just felt like our conversation was just very unique. I don't know. Then he ends up ordering his Uber to come pick him up. And then when the Uber came, I stood there, talked to him until it pulled up. And then when it finally pulled up, when he's about to get into the car, guess what he does? He hurries up and he grabs my face and he kisses me. When it happened, I'm stuck because like everything happened so fast. I didn't even really get to react. Like literally when he did that, he hurried up and then he walked into the car and said bye. So
I used to be the type of guy that would try to kiss the girl after the date. That was me for so many years because that would let me know if the woman liked me or not. Because I knew in my head, okay, if she kisses me, she's interested. But if she doesn't kiss me, then she's not interested. But nowadays, you got to evolve with the times. I don't do that no more because if I'm not in a position for this to go any further, there's no point to do that. Because now it's going to make it seem that I'm more interested. And we all know, like Coach Corey Wayne said, a woman's more attracted to a guy whose feelings are unclear. Not saying that I'm not being direct, but meaning that when you kiss a woman, you're just letting her know how much you like her, if you get my drift. But what Buddy did was uncalled for. You like a little kid. That's what a little kid do. You kissed her and ran. You kissed her and got into the Uber. It makes it look like you're just trying to quickly see if she likes me. You're trying to sneak it in there. It was real sneaky how you did it. Because it's not, she said y'all was outside having a conversation, but it's not like y'all was hugged up, caked up, and you just gave her a kiss. You did it and then got unexpectedly when she didn't expect it and you got into the Uber. Now it makes it look like you're immature. That's what it makes it look like, because why did you do that so unexpectedly? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it makes you like a little ass kid. See, if you was really confident, what you would have did instead was after the date say, hey, would you like to come back to my spot? We can play some Uno, we can chill out on my balcony. We can have some wine, have some good conversation. And you go from there. You know what I'm saying? And then if y'all are in the position back at your spot and the mood is set, then you can kiss her, where it can lead up to something. But you trying to sneak and kiss, it comes off that you're not really confident, like you're not really sure of yourself. You need her to validate you, because why are you kissing the chick quickly and then hopping into the Uber? Oh, let me and you getting this. That don't even make no sense.
when he got home and everything like that, I was chill for a while, still talking to him. But then I ended up telling him that what he did, it just was too fast and I was kind of uncomfortable and it happened way too soon. So I said that we needed to slow down. So I'm thinking he's going to react like understanding me, trying to understand why I would feel uncomfortable, why it would be too soon.
And I actually feel her on her point, because you know what I'm saying? I would, if I made a move like that, a sucker move like that, I would expect for a woman to talk to me about that. And I would have to be understanding that that was a mistake. I should have never did it that way. But now she finna give you the whole speech, and we finna see what the brother got to say.
That I'm overreacting, and he's like, it was just a peck and you're doing too much and you're trying to be too perfect and your standards are way too high. Like, he goes off on me and I'm just sitting there like, what? Y'all, I was so surprised because he never acted like this before. Like, anytime we would talk, he was just like such a gentleman. He was so,
Of course he never acted like that. See, a lot of times we put on this facade with the woman. And now I know in the beginning, when you're dealing with somebody new, we all put on this perfect type of scenario to make it seem like we don't have any flaws. We know how that is, right? But it's one thing to be doing that, but it's another thing to now tell a woman her standards are too high and she needs to calm down. What you think you Kevin Samuels? Like, this ain't no podcast. This is real life. You on a date and you telling a woman that? Like, that's inappropriate. Like, y'all wasn't even in a scenario where she wanted to kiss you. It's one thing, like when I would kiss a woman after the date, usually we hugged up by my car. The mood is set for me to do that. The mood was not even set for you to do that. So you coming out the woodworks and just kissing her on the side of the cheek. Of course she gonna feel some type of way, because she wants to make sure you understand boundaries. And this is why when dealing with women, you can't just go off your lust. You got to be able to read the room, read her energy. Is she even feeling that? You got to get her in the mood to even want to do that with you. Because a lot of time a woman really has to be feeling you to kiss you, but you snuck it in. But come on, let's be honest, man. Let's be honest. When you start going after a woman and talking about, oh, your standards is too high and this and that, you definitely not finna get what you want at that point. You definitely not finna get what you want. So you basically telling a woman her standards is high because you tried to sneak in a pet kiss. That's what you're doing. So yeah, that's, to me, this is a guy that is just inexperienced. He doesn't understand. He doesn't get it. But I digress. Let's continue.
Nice. But I guess like he heard what he didn't want to hear and he started going off on me. And he goes to tell me, you're expecting too much and you want this quote unquote perfect guy and you're not going to get that. Then he's like, you're wasting my time. I spent my time to come and see you and I only spend my time with quality women. Who do you think I am? He's like, I chose to come and see you and now you're reacting like this. So
now this is the ego coming out of you. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, when you start acting like this, especially with a woman, all they're gonna do is laugh about it, make TikTok videos about it, put it in the group text for her homegirls to laugh. All they're gonna do is laugh at you and move on and go mess with the next dude. But come on now, man. Like me, I'm in my 30s, man. You know what I'm saying? Like there's never a time I'm finna pump my chest like, oh, do you know who I am? Why'd you reject me? And shout out to FitX Fearless. I heard this from him. He said one time, like a lot of times, man, and this was me too. We're confident when it comes to business and our friends and things of these nature, but we don't got that same confidence when it comes to women. And it's like, if you got to poke your chest out to tell a woman, do you know who I am and all this, all it's going to do is make you look little and small. That's all you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because by telling a woman, you know who I am, and I wasted my time, because really, you was doing good. You was doing good until you wanted to sneak the pet kiss in. You was doing all right. You know what I'm saying? Now, a couple mistakes before that, you should have invited her to your crib if you have your own spot. But other than that, you was doing fine until you did the pet kiss. And now it's, oh, she got too high of standards. Now, it's one thing if you were saying that to a woman that was requiring you to take her to a 5-star restaurant on the first date, and then you got to take her to Paris on the second date to go see the Olympics. I could see that then. I could see you saying, like, I would probably do that then, like, oh, your standards is too high. I would turn into Kevin Samuels. You feel me? But you did it because you were salty. And when you come off salty with a woman, it's no coming back. It's no coming back. You just showed your ass.
I'm so surprised by his reaction that I'm just like taken aback. And I stopped like texting him because I'm like, this guy is crazy. And so what he proceeds to do is he proceeds to keep texting me nonstop. And I'm just looking at the messages like, this guy is crazy. It was like he was literally having a conversation with himself. This situation made me realize you have to test people. You cannot be naive assuming that they're everything that you're looking for just because you guys are having a few great conversations. Looking back on the situation, it made me realize that he was trying to rush so fast and he was trying to say all of the perfect things because he was trying to distract me from his flaws. A lot of guys will try to quote unquote love bomb you because they know that women are emotional beings. So what they'll try to do is they'll try to reel you in with all this emotional stuff. And then when you notice their flaws later on and you're ready to leave, they'll be like, oh, but I did this for you, but I bought this for you. How are you?
Yeah, and this is the thing, man. I don't agree with the whole love bombing thing. Like that's weird energy for me. But as a man, this is why you need to be focused on all areas of your life simultaneously. So if you're focused on your finances, you're focused on your health, you're focused on your mental, you're focused on learning your lessons from women you have previously dealt with and getting better. When you focus on becoming more in tune with yourself, you focused on loving yourself, when you focused on having hobbies all at the same time, then you won't have to worry about your flaws coming out. You don't have to worry about being perfect. See, a lot of times when you try to come off as perfect to a woman and she exposes your flaws by you doing something stupid, there's no need to call her out your name. You just chalk it up to the game. You like, if I was in Buddy's situation, once she said something about the pet kiss, I would have either said to the woman, you know what, you was right, that was out of line, it won't happen again, and I would have just kept it going. But you trying to get all upset and call her out your name and saying I did all this for you, it's not gonna get you nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, she gonna go deal with somebody else. So at the end of the day, you the one that loses, not her.
Gonna leave me. They try to manipulate that emotional side of you. You have to remember that people will only show you their best attributes and personality in the beginning. They're not going to show you their flaws because that's going to scare you away. Like you even do it. When you go on a date, you show your best self and you don't really show that true you until later on. So you have to remember that they're not going to show you the real stuff. So you have to test them and see how they react. It's really sad that we have to play all of these mind games and we have to test people, but it honestly will help you to avoid wasting your time. Please pay attention to how a person reacts when things do not go their way because that will show their true colors. And do not allow anyone to make you feel like you have to settle. If someone ever makes that comment, it's because they're not willing to put the work in to change, so they want you to settle for the nonsense. You are worth whatever you're asking for. There's so many people in the world and there's so many people that are willing to love you and do what you're asking for without you even asking. So please remember that and do not ever settle.
I think something we can learn from this is that women are going to test you, right? Women are going to test for weakness. And it may come off in the littlest ways, right? You could have made a mistake like Buddy did by kissing her on the cheek. Even though it was just a bet. You kissed her on the cheek and she did not expect that because the situation wasn't set up for you to do that. And then you react in a funny way when she brings it up. That's part of a woman testing you. A woman's gonna always not test for like strength, but she's gonna test for strength to see what you're really made of. So it's important that this is why you need to have an abundance mindset and really know who you are. And baby, she was just giving you some criticism. That's it. All she was saying, like, yo, that was kind of uncalled for, because she got to set those boundaries. And women, the thing about women is they got to feel safe and secure if they're going to be with you, especially romantically. You know what I'm saying? So that's very important to keep in mind. But I actually want to go through some of the comments. And basically, somebody said not all people do that whole not showing up their true self, but it's a good mindset to have so you don't get your hopes too high. It's interesting because in the beginning, when you meet somebody, everybody's gonna put on the best version of themselves, just like when you work a job at the interview. It's just kind of like one of those things that's human nature, and then over time you'll see who the real person is. But that's why vetting is so important, because we all know that you can't get to know somebody after 1 or 2 dates. You got to be around them for, you know what I'm saying, some months and even sometimes some years. Somebody said he knew he was wrong, and I hate when a man proceeds to tell me what I need. Just say you're not for me. Somebody said, or he was lusting after you, trying to look like the guy you may want in your life so that he can get physical with you. I could see that. I guess that would be what love bombing is considered to be. Somebody said, I disagree with this mind game or a test. You stated a boundary and he didn't care to hear it. That's not a test on your part. She said, and then the person that made the video, she responded to that and said, you're right, that wasn't a test. I was saying that this experience made me realize that people need to be tested before assuming that they are the right person for you. And I agree with all of this. I think the bottom line is, for one, you do have to vet people. That's why I preach about vetting so much on this channel. But I also think never show a woman that you're salty. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to get physical or sexual with a woman in public. Only do that when she's back at your crib to where it can elevate. And then 3, you need to be able to feel secure within yourself and understand the value that you bring to the table. There's no need of beating your chest and saying, you know who I am, I'm the big dog, don't nobody reject me and stuff like that. But it's like you acting like a big dog, but she the one that is making you act like this, which would make you the little dog. Because although I have never done nothing like that, there's been times with me where, you know, a woman maybe she's not cool with getting physical when she's at my crib or whatever it may be, and I'm upset inside of myself. But a lot of times you may feel like you're hiding it on the outside, but it comes off in your energy. So a lot of times we get upset when things don't go our way because we have these false, unrealistic expectations, and you get hurt. And then a lot of times you can come off us as salty to a woman. And when she picks that up, it's over with. So again, don't put your expectations into people. Just live life, focus on yourself, and like I say in every video, continue to put yourself first. All right, guys, that's my video for today, man. I appreciate you guys for coming to the channel as always. Guys, make sure you continue to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'm gone.